Students, welcome to your own YouTube channel GK Trick India. The topic of discussion for today is chemical reaction and its type. There are many phenomena which are taking place in our daily life, in which one substance is converted to another that might be temporary or permanent. But when we are talking about a chemical reaction, there will be a chemical change. It means there will be a change which is going to be permanent. From the initial substance, a new substance is going to form, and the reversal of the reaction is difficult. See, there are exceptions, but in general, when we are talking about a chemical change or chemical reaction, there is always a forward reaction taking place. That is, the less there are chances of you getting initial substance back. See the example of burning of candle. You cannot get your original candle. It is like once it is ignited, it turns into flames and you just lose the initial product. Next, we can consider that the digestion of food in the living beings. The food which we intake, it is distributed, it is divided, it is emulsified by the digestive enzymes, by the chemical reactions taking place in our body, and there is a resultant product which we are getting. Also, if we take few examples and consider following. So I am giving you some day-to-day life situations where you will answer in the comment section below your observations. The very first situation is milk at room temperature during summer, iron exposed to atmosphere, and food which is cooked. Now you must be wondering that how will you come to know that a particular chemical reaction has taken place or the substance is changed? How will you come to know that yes, the particular chemical change has taken place? This can be observed through with the help of chemical activities. We will perform some activities. Let us take the very first example, that is burning of magnesium ribbon in the air, and you get magnesium oxide on a watch glass. Okay, so here I have taken magnesium ribbon which burns. Now the very important thing, when there is a chemical reaction taking place, there is possibility, and it is the possibility actually, that the bonds between the atoms of a compounds are broken and the new bonds are formed. Supposingly, let's take AB. The example, with the help of example we can get to know it more clearly. That is combustion of coal. Coal which is heated in the presence of oxygen gives you carbon dioxide. That is, two reactants are combined to give you a reaction. The word displacement itself explains a lot of things. That is, some or the other compound is replaced from its original position, and these displacement reaction, whether single displacement or double displacement, they takes place in the presence of reactive element. That is, one of the given compound or element is more reactive than the other. So for that I have provided you with an. Next is dissociation reaction. The word itself is self-explanatory, that dissociation means there is a breaking of bond, either by electrolysis, by thermal application, or by photolytic application. These are the three types of dissociation reactions taking place. The very first in electrolysis. In electrolysis, in general, the dissociation reaction, what happens? The bond between the reactants are broken and there is a formation of small molecules from the bigger molecule. That is, the bigger molecule, which is a reactant, have a higher molecular weight and it dissociates to form small molecules of lower molecular weight. Electrolytic dissociation. In this type of dissociation reaction, electric current is passed. Let us take an example of. Now students, let us discuss the neutralization reaction. It is when acid and base reacts together, salt and water is formed. In the reaction, what happens is the hydrogen ion of acid reacts with the hydroxyl ion of base to form water. Let us learn this through an example of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. Now, the main focus of the chemistry is on oxidation and reduction reaction, because these are the two reactions which are participating in many of the biophysical and biochemical reactions. How we define oxidation reaction? There are different n number of, or supposingly I have summed up with 5 definitions of oxidation reaction. The very first is combination of oxygen, that is when oxygen is added to any of the compound. What we read in the very first addition reaction or very first example of magnesium burning in the presence of oxygen, it is the combination of oxygen, and it is oxidation reaction. Similarly, if you remove hydrogen from a compound, that is when a compound is made unsaturated from a saturated one, then it is oxidation reaction. If there is addition of an electronegative element, that is chlorine, fluorine, chloride ions, bromide ions, iodide, if these elements or these ions are added to a compound or to an element or to a cation, then it is also termed as oxidation reaction. Also, the removal of electropositive element, that is if you remove K plus, Na plus, and all the positive cations, all the cations are removed from the element or removed from the reaction, then it is termed as oxidation reaction. Also, the loss of electrons. When the electron is loosed from the outermost shell of an element, it is termed as oxidation reaction. On the other hand, when we discuss about reduction reaction, removal of oxygen, that is when you remove oxygen from the compound, it is termed as reduction reaction. That is, if in magnesium oxide we remove the oxygen on heating and we get magnesium and oxygen, that is the removal of oxygen is taking place, then it is termed as reduction. Addition of hydrogen, when you add hydrogen to a double bond, that is unsaturated compound, when you add a hydrogen molecule to the unsaturated compound to make it saturated, then it is termed as reduction. Also, the removal of electronegative element is termed as reduction reaction. Addition of electropositive element is reduction. Gain of electrons is reduction. So, in any one definition, when you find any one of the definition will describe this oxidation or reduction reaction. Coming up to reversible reaction and a irreversible reaction. Now, what are these reactions? The name itself says that the reversible means when a particular reaction takes place in which reactants react to form products, and later on, after applying some pressure or some external energy and reverting the conditions, the reactant is obtained. It will be the two-way reaction and the reactant's quantity is never zero. These are the following conditions where you can see the reversible reaction is taking place. Let us take an example of, for the reversible reaction, the example of nitrogen reacting with hydrogen to give you ammonia. What is the example? Now let us quickly revise the session. We discussed the chemical change and how we will get to know that a particular chemical reaction has taken place. That is through change of state, change of odor, change of temperature and release of gas. Later on, we discuss the types of reactions, that is addition, the displacement, double displacement reaction, the dissociation or decomposition reaction, oxidation reduction reaction, also neutralization reaction, the reversible and irreversible reactions. All these reactions will be discussed in depth in upcoming classes. Most importantly, the focus will be on the oxidation and reduction reaction, because as I've mentioned, these are the very important in chemistry, and also they play a major role in biophysical and biological chemical reactions taking place in our body. Therefore, do subscribe the channel, like, share and comment down below in the comment section that what kind of topics you want to learn from us, what topic you want us to deliver. Thank you.